It's February the 26th, and this is your Pacific Palisades Real Estate Market Update. I'm James Respondek with Rodeo Realty. I've sold hundreds of homes to generations of Palisadians. Here's this week's important market activity. There are right now 270 active listings in the Palisades, 196 are land listings, and 74 are existing homes. 527 properties have sold since the fire. Of that, 406 are land listings, averaging $254 a foot, and 121 of solds are existing homes, averaging $5.9 million. This week in the Alphabet Street land listings, there are 11 active listings right now. 5 are in escrow, 93 have sold since the fire, and that average price per square foot coming in at $290 a foot. And just listed, 1027 Hartzell Street. Now this is a 5,200 footer listed at $1,950,000 or $375 a foot. A little on the pricey side, but I like Hartzell. It's wide. This is the nice block, easy access into the village. So, you know, it's a little pricey, but I do like that street. 1135 Charmakers now just sold for $2.1 million or $348 a foot. That's a little on the higher side. Why? It does have a 78-foot frontage, so a nice, wide, spacious feel from the street. And it had on it before a 4334 square foot house, and Charmakers is a really cool little no-through street very close to the village. So we like that a lot. Very charming, Charmakers. This week, above the Alphabet Street land listings, 19 active listings right now. 1 in escrow, 20 have sold, and the average price per square foot up there, $249. Just listed 14800 McKendree Avenue, a 7,400 footer, has just, 76, almost 7,700 square foot lot, just listed for $3,650. An interesting point here, this sold about a year ago for $3.1. So it's going up a little bit higher than I'd like to that fast, but it did have a 7,400 square foot house on it, and it does have some views, I think, from the second story of this home, and you can still walk to the village. This week, above the Alphabet Street existing homes, there are 3 active listings right now. Only 1 have sold, and just listed 1362 Marinette Street, listed for $2,795, and this sold previously in 18 for $2,680. So, you know, that price point's not bad, I feel. It's a little over 2,000 square foot house in pretty nice shape, 15,000 square foot lot. Not all of that's flat, but it's kind of a cool little spot that's still relatively close to the village. So this week in the Huntington existing homes, 7 active listings right now. 11 have sold, averaging a little over $10 million. Wow. The Huntington is a very prime location. This just listed 501 Ocampo, and it's listed for almost $6 million. Now this is a 2221 square foot lot built in 51. It has had some updates, but it's still more, you know, along that's kind of entry level for the Huntington. So at that price, it does feel a little pricey. But you can't beat the Huntington for a location. Still close to the village and prime. This week in Santa Monica Canyon, there are 11 active listings, 4 in escrow, 33 have sold since the fire. And we have just sold 143 Ocean Avenue, sold for $5.3 million. Wow, this started over $7 million. And it sold for $5.3. So this was a good buy. Now this house, it's a big house, but it is kind of a lot of stairs because it's like 4 levels and a lot of stairs, and the floor plan was a little kind of unusual. Killer views, and what a location. Stroll down to the beach, through the canyon, or up to Palisades Park. I tell you, this was a dynamite location with killer views. So 5.3, it's a lot of house. 62 6120 square feet. That's a big house, a lot of square footage. So this week in the Riviera existing homes, there are 22 active listings, so a lot to choose from in there. And 3 in escrow, 27 have sold since the fire, and they are averaging just under 11 million, $10.8 million. And this just listed in the Riviera, 13921 West Sunset Boulevard. So it is on Sunset, kind of close to Amalfi. It's a 14,500 square foot lot listed for $4 million. The house is 3237 square feet. Most of it's pretty original, 1952, but there was a nice addition on the side, a pretty big primary bedroom with a kind of a loft thing above it. So kind of a disconnect because they're different, completely different architectures, but you get in the Riviera for under $4 million. This week in the El Medio Bluff, so we're going back to the other side of the village now, 3 active listings, 2 are in escrow, 8 have sold since the fire, and we have just listed 550 Almar Avenue for $2.4 million. So on paper, this isn't bad. This is it's a 7937 square foot lot with a 2158 square foot house on it. Now this house, it's contemporary, but kind of classic contemporary, and the lot doesn't have a lot of landscaping on it and stuff. So, you know, it's actually a good size. Just working on the lot alone, I would probably just work with the lot, and you know, you get the house kind of not for free, but not for too much. This week in the Marquez Knolls land listings, 42 active listings, 11 in escrow, 73 have sold since the fire, averaging $1,670,000 or $177 a square foot. And we have just listed 2 properties on Lockman, almost contiguous. There's one piece right between them. 720 and 740 Lockman have just listed. One's 17, one's 16. They are 7,500 and 8,000 square feet. They both have views. They're both more towards the bottom of Lockman, so you get views, but you're still not up the hill too much. So it's an easy access down to, you know, you got the school right down the bottom, Marquez. You got the little strip center right there on Marquez. So it's kind of a cool location there. This week in the Marquez Knolls existing homes, 5 active listings, 13 have sold, 1's in escrow, and just sold 1305 Duende Lane. Now that's up Lockman, almost right on the corner of Lockman and Via Floresta. And that just sold for $3,370 roughly. So that's got, wow, 3,000 square feet. And it's an 18,000 foot lot. Now probably, I'm going to guess maybe 60% of that's flat. And the house was in nice shape. It had been redone, and it did have a pool. Or I should say still does have a pool. This week in the Highlands existing homes, 12 active listings, 3 are in escrow, 16 have sold. And we have just listed 1387 Avenida de Cortez, has listed for $2.3 million. It's 2857 square feet on a 6650 lot. This house is in nice shape. It's got nice new hardwood floors, wide planked, nice fresh paint job. The kitchen and baths are kind of in nice shape, but they're not totally updated. So, but it does have a nice feel. So what, for 2.3 you get a 2850 house? It's not bad. Plus up there, of course, you get some club facilities, pool, tennis courts, and gym and stuff like that. This week in the Castellamar area, existing homes, 5 active listings, 1's in escrow, 6 have sold, and we have just listed 541 Paseo Miramar. Now this is about halfway up Paseo. This house has views. It's 41, almost 4,200 square feet. The lot's about 13,000 square feet. And this house it sold in late 21 for just over $8 million. So late 21 was kind of right there towards the cusp of where prices, to me, kind of peaked before interest rates started to drop. So we're a little bit over that. We'll see what happens with that. This house has a nice feel, but it has gone through a few different iterations of remodels. So be curious to see how it looks this time around. This week in the Sunset Mesa land listings, 8 active land listings, 2 are in escrow, 26 have sold, averaging 1,454, and this we have just listed 18349 Clifftop Way has listed for $1,650,000. It's 7,700 square feet. A lot of that's flat. Previous house was 2,564 square feet. Now this is on the back side of Clifftop, so you're going to have views out the back up towards Topanga Canyon. I love those rural views up there, canyon views. You will get a little bit of ocean from a second floor there. While we're there, I want to just mention the 3711 Ocean Hill has been reduced to 1,395. That also had a 2,564 square foot house on it. So those were the biggest floor plans up there, which means you can build the biggest house that they had going for Sunset Mesa. You really have to stick kind of with those original plans. And this week in Sunset Mesa, existing homes, there is just sold 18145 Kingsport. And it just sold for right on $2 million. It's 1,900 square foot house on a 6760 square foot lot. Had a real kind of like Palm Springsy look, pretty original, it feels like. So I hope this information has been helpful too. And if you're looking to find your perfect house, I look at more property than just about anybody. And if you're thinking of selling, I know exactly how to navigate this market to get you top dollar. Call me, I'd love to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.